In the first reading, we hear about Paul talking to the priests of the church of Ephesus. Now, we missed it yesterday because of the feast day, but it was the first part of his talk that it talks about how the priests came from Ephesus. Why did they come from Ephesus to Miletus? Because Paul had been kicked out, persecuted, and so he went to this other town, and so the priest came and he was talking to them and saying, okay, you got to do a good job in Ephesus, and then saying, okay, I'm going to be going to Jerusalem, and there, I don't know what's going to happen, but I've been told that the persecutions await. And so here he's going, and now it says that they're so sad because he says they'll never see them again. And we only have, after this, 3 days left of daily Mass readings, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so we have to finish up the Acts of the Apostles, where he gets to Jerusalem, he gets stirs up a crowd, gets arrested, then eventually gets brought to Rome, and so we're skipping over a lot over the next few days. So if you really want the full story, you're going to have to go and read the Acts of the Apostles on your own. So have fun with that. And then today in the Gospel, we're hearing very close to the end of the Last Supper discourse, as Jesus is praying to the Father, and he's saying, keep them. He's entrusting us into his Father's hands. He's saying, consecrate them in truth. Your word is truth. That he's saying he's giving us over to the Lord. I do not ask that you take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil one. They do not belong to the world any more than I belong to the world. That the Lord's saying, you belong to me. We belong to Jesus. We belong to Jesus. And so often we forget this as we move about in the very worldly ways of our lives. And the Lord is saying, remember, you are mine. I am yours. This is covenant formula. I remember when I was taking my Isaiah class in seminary, our professor, Father Peter Damien Akpunonu, there's a tag for you, Akpunonu. He was from Nigeria, and he said, you must know Bundesformel. What's that? Bundesformel, covenant formula. And you hear it over and over and over again in the Old Testament. I will be your God and you will be my people. You will be my people and I will be your God. This belonging, that's covenant formula. And Jesus is giving us, he says, you belong to me. I belong to you. But we believe the lie, right? It's so easy to believe the lie that we belong to this world. And so we make our home here. And the Lord says, your home isn't here. Your home isn't here. You were made for heaven. You were made for eternity. It's so easy to believe the lie that we belong to the things, the pleasures of this world, and the Lord is saying, no, those are passing, those won't fill you. Those will leave you empty. You belong to me. As St. Augustine said, our hearts are restless until they rest in God. May we reroot ourselves in that truth, that we belong to God, that he has consecrated us in the truth, and that we do not belong to the world any more than Jesus belonged to the world, but that we belong to the Father.